Right, it's Center Point AM for 5, and it's time to show you headlines from the national dailies that we have on board the program this morning. And we'd love to begin by showing you the front page of the Vanguard. That's right, as the front page of the Vanguard comes with this, right, with the rider Sean NECA oil marketers to federal government. Sean Pride reviews subsidy removal, flotation of Naira. Riders for that headline lists anti-business policies of government, worsening employment index, other causes of nation's economic woes, peg forex trade at 750 Naira per dollar. Oil marketers beg Tinubu. These days, Nigerians have been begging and begging and begging. We have a pictorial. Is that the Group Chief Executive Officer of the NNPC Limited, Mr. Mele Kyari. That was at a presentation yesterday. We have other stories. We go above the nameplate. Federal government targets 10 billion US dollars to increase forex liquidity, stabilize Naira. That's according to Tinubu. And then Edo 2024, you know, the elections in Edo State are coming. APC's SWC divided over Idahosa. Okpebolo Foundation demands certificate of return. Osifu, former aspirant, backs Idahosa. Groups fear APC may not have a candidate. So much more. Insecurity bill to establish state police kills second reading in House of Representatives. And then LP crisis, state chairman deny plot to suspend Obi back Abure. Beneath the pictorial we have economic hardship, saboteurs working against us, that's according to Vice President Shettima. For the other stories, Algeria dumps the Serio ups for Petkovic. ASU rejects new IPPIX, insists on FEC's directive on removal of varsities. Then Tinubu directs payment of State House electricity debt. It was in the news that the DISCO had disconnected the State House because of huge debt lingering. Alright, we move away from the Vanguard. Next paper this morning is the Daily Sun. The Daily Sun comes with the this headline: Federal Government Senate probe Buhari. It comes with the rider Edun says investigation will determine whether to repay loans or not. You recall that the Buhari administration took so many loans, 30 trillion naira ways and means loans. This one in particular is the loan they are talking about. Then just beside the nameplate, IPOB bans protest in Southeast, mocks organizers. Transporters hike fares in Abia as petrol hits 1,000 naira per litre in Abia State. Alright, have some pictorials and we go beneath it. Hardship protests split Senate leadership. They are sponsored, says Akpabio. No demonstrations real, that's according to Ndume. Then high cost of cement. Federal government threatens to lift ban on importation. Whatever is good for Nigerians, please do so. 9 died, 7 injured in Lagos Abeokuta Expressway crash. So many other stories. We get to the Daily Trust. The Daily Trust. Dollar, despite federal government's clampdown, dollar hits 1,900 naira. Pound, that's for the dollar, and then for pound, 2,250 naira per pound. Sad. We were nose diving when it comes to our currency. And then BDCs raided, operators arrested, trial and error, not solution. That's according to an economist. So many other riders We have some infographics here. Take a look at a copy of the Daily Trust, so that you can see what the infographic talks about. It dates back to the Naira devaluation in June 14, 2023, where Naira was 664 Naira to a dollar. And then to the spread let's take a look at that, to the spread of to the removal of spread on foreign exchange transactions on February 8, 2024. That's the review when it comes to this infographic. Get a copy so that you can check it out. And then federal government NAS probe Buhari's 22.7 trillion naira ways and means loans. Alright, so we move away from that paper. The next is the Daily Times, and it comes with this pictorial. It rained yesterday. There was a heavy downpour in Lagos. I remember someone who posted it rained for 1.5 hour, and that was the result in so many places in Lagos yesterday. That's the pictorial. And then we have the headline here: experts canvass funding of state police from governor's security votes. Alright, we move beneath the pictorial. Senate to investigate Buhari's 30 trillion naira ways and means other spendings. Capital inflows to Nigeria fall to $3.91 billion US in 2023. And NICA confident of rebounds in Nigeria economy. NAB's high-profile kidnapper in coordinated operation. And then the last, federal government to release 60,000 metric tons of grains to stabilize food crisis. Above the nameplate, tanker owners resume operations. Right, we move away, we get to the This Day. The This Day comes with this screaming headline: federal government declares war on forex speculators as Naira slides to 1,830 Naira to a dollar. Perhaps at the time of the This Day's report, this was the figure. Some are reporting 1,900 for this morning. Now we go above the nameplate. Above the nameplate, Senate sets up panel to probe Buhari over 30 trillion naira ways and means loan. That's a recurring story. We have here Southeast PDP gives party coalition on choice of national secretary. Check out details on page 43. And then Idris, Nigeria won't fall, remains Africa's giant. Can we check our roots, please? We'll overcome our challenges, says Kalu. Customs to disburse forfeited items to mitigate food prices. Yeah, it's an open secret that the customs do forfeit some items here and there, keep them in stores. Well, we hope they will disburse it because of the economic crisis in Nigeria at the moment. That's much we can take from the front page of the This Day newspaper. The next is Business Day. No pay, no power hits electricity sector. That's the rider. This pictorial where we have long queues, stations due to the strike by the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners. That was the result. This was the situation in Lagos State. We hope this will change by today because the road transport workers have called off their strike. And then for the other stories, analysis: how Nigeria can curb worst social crisis since 1999. Low rates see federal government raise less cash at bond auction. Here is when Nigeria can tap Eurobond markets in 2024. Check out details on page 38 of the Business Day. The next paper is the Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune comes with this headline: economic hardship forces hell-bent on undermining Nigeria. Who are the forces that are greater than Nigeria? Who are the forces that are greater than institutions. Should people be greater than institutions, or institutions should be greater than people? That's one thing we should tackle for good. Says for the rider, says 32 routes for smuggling food items out of Nigeria uncovered. Federal government to raise 10 billion US dollars for increased liquidity, naira stability, to increase another 60,000 metric tons of grains, and so other thoughts there. Still just beneath there, we have bill to establish state police passes second reading at reps. We have a pictorial here. It's that the remains of former governor of Ondo State, Arakunrin Akeredolu, who passed on. This happened yesterday. May his soul rest in peace. We move away from that. 151 houses flooded in Lagos rain. It's not even the rainy season yet, and that's the situation. So what will happen when we get to the seasons where we have heavy downpour? Guinea's military junta dissolves government, seals borders. Block molders kick over federal government. Producers agreed price. Talking about the price of cement. Yesterday the federal government had agreed that cement could be sold for between 7,000 to 8,000 naira compared to the 10,000 naira that it had skyrocketed to. And then above the nameplate, customs distribute seized food items to Nigeria and other stories. Pick up a copy of the Nigerian Tribune and get other stories. We have the leadership comes with this rider, hardship. Presidency blames economic saboteurs for food crisis, and so many other stories. We move away from the leadership. We have the Punch. The Punch, another recurring story. Senate to probe Buhari government. Emefiele, over 30 trillion naira CBN loans. That's a recurring story. That's the situation. The outlook of some parts of Lagos State yesterday due to the heavy downpour. You can see this. This is someone's building. See the level to which water rose. And so many other pictures depicting what happened in Lagos State. Beneath the pictorial, federal government blames the position for food crisis, uncovers 32 smuggling routes. That's much we can take from the front page of the Punch. Next is The Nation. It comes with the rider Shettima. We will battle forces bent on subverting the country. Above the nameplate, House of Reps pushes on with state police bill. Ayeditiwa, Duke, Fayemi, Tudeka, others honor Akeredolu. Lagos begins process to move computer village. That's it from the front page of The Nation. The next is the blueprint. Senate to probe Buhari, others over 30 trillion ways and means. That's a loan. Okay, this is a recurring story. So many other stories from the front page of the blueprint. Next is the New Telegraph. Still, the recurring story is their, screaming headline this morning. We move above this headline. We see here Obasanjo 6 laws on organ harvesting, donors, patients, all the key players when it comes to organ harvesting. And then insecurity, reps pass state police bill for second reading. And then National Secretary, we are not your slaves. Southeast PDP tells the National Working Committee. Customs plan to dispose of food items from smugglers nationwide. We have a pictorial here. Beneath the pictorial, why we won't allow hardship protests in Southeast, that's according to the IPOB. They admit people in the zone are also suffering. Ohaneze writes Ndigo to shun protests, demand Kanu Ezebo Lagos release. Okay, we move away from this. Okay, we take one story from The front page of the New Telegraph. Forex volatility. 25.5 kilogram cooking gas price hits 16,800 naira in Lagos, 18,000 naira in Port Harcourt and Warri. Do the maths and check out, from this figure, how much a kilogram costs. By the way, how much does it cost within your vicinity? Right, we move away from the New Telegraph. The next is the Guardian. The Guardian comes with this confusion as Naira crisis defies interventions, fuels inflation. 4 in every 10 Nigerians are in debt. That's another story. Bill for state police passes second reading. That's in the House of Representatives. Investors lose 2.6 trillion naira in 2 days amid low confidence. We have another story here. Falana insists on price control as Shettima blames saboteurs for food crisis. That's right, that's from the front page of the Guardian. Next, the last but not least this morning, we have the Nigerian News Direct. It comes with this rider, this headline: Kyari Elumelu tap electricity generation as key driver of Nigeria's industrialization future, as federal government moves to present a bill to end ways and means. Found that find the details by taking a look at page 10 of the Nigerian News Direct. Wage award: civil servants commence indefinite strike in Niger State. Tinubu orders payments of debt owed AEDC by state house. That's the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company. Then above the nameplate: on men kill 6, destroy houses, vehicles in Katsina. ONSA, CBN join forces to curb speculative activities, stabilize forex market. Look forward to days when we'll come here and we'll reel out the figures, and you will see that the Naira is on the upwards trend, not what we have here each and every day where we keep hear about the fall of the Naira. And then bill to create state police pass skills second reading. That's the front page of the Nigerian News Direct, and that's the much we can take, showing you headlines from the front pages of the national dailies that we have on the program this morning. Like we always encourage you to do, go out, check out your films, go to the newsstands, take a look at any paper that catches your fancy, and then you can sever all the details therein. Alright, we have more for you on Centerpoint AM 45. Do stay.
I just want your papers, please.
Sorry.
Salary don't enter. Yes, so and month never even reach chef. Na salary plenty, oh. No wonder I no gree collect roja from my hand. Shut up, sir. I'm here to bail my younger brother.
Happen.
With good laws,
proper funding,
Training.
and cooperation.
If it happen.
Everything you go through in life is preparing you for your next assignment. My father was a police officer, so I lived in the barracks. A barracks like a mini in Nigeria. You know, you find everybody there. My dad's salary, of course, couldn't meet the family income, so I had to sell soft drinks for my mother so that we can make up the family income. I used to take soft drinks from our home and I'll go to the airport and sell. It was fun. I didn't know I was going to ever get into hotel business. So eventually, my coke hawking helped me later in life when I started running my hotel. Those little things you did became building blocks for my later days in life. And you know what? My house was built on the same street I used to go through to hawk. And so everybody that saw me hawk these soft drinks for my mother, when I bought a land there and built my house, all of those people were still alive. It's like, some of them had to break their children. Look at me mentor these kids. Today, when I drive around the streets, sometimes you find people sell and you stop by. I just remember, it used to be like this. That hawking has helped me today to be able to serve the people. Accept the things you can't change and change the things you can, and ensure that you just have the fear of God in you. I think the only person that can stop you from achieving what God has set out for you is you.
Akwa Ibom.